Hey guys, good morning. I was just about to do a multi-mask because as you can see, I have a couple breakouts on my face right now. So I figured why not film it so I can share it with you guys. So these are our two clay masks. We have the Charcoal Clay Masque and the Pink Clay Masque. And the Charcoal Masque is really great for breakouts, so that's definitely what I'm going to focus on, my actual breakouts. This is more of a brightening mask and it does still pull stuff out of your pores, but I feel like this is kind of more of an everyday and this is more of like a spot treatment. So they're great to multi-mask with. Here we go. First step is just cleansing your face. I'm just using our gel cleanser. It's a great cleanser in the morning. It smells so bright and lovely. It's like one of those cleansers that's just really nice to wake up to. And then once I rinse it off, I use my face towel. So I'm going to start with the charcoal mask. And I'm just going to use, this is like my milk and honey mask brush. These are the best. The bristles are really dense, so it like holds the mask on there really well. So what I'm going to do is just paint this kind of like over my two breakouts, and then I'll just bring this into my T-zone. Kind of like this. I can tell you right now this is going to look interesting. And then I'm just going to bring the charcoal a little closer to my lips than I normally would, just because I feel like I've had a lot of breakouts around there in the days of mask and maskne and all of that. And then I'm going to bring this around. As you can kind of tell, I'm following the shape of the masks that we've all been wearing with the charcoal. Just want to make sure that if there's anything that's like getting ready to come out in the next few days, that it will stay put. So I just rinsed my brush, and in between masks, I will just rinse it with water. At the end, I'll use like the milk and honey hand soap to really clean it. But in between the masks, I really just use water to kind of rinse it off, get the mask off, and prepare for mask number 2. So now it's time for pink clay. This is such a popular mask. Everyone loves pink clay. Like right when you try it, you'll be in love. I remember the first time that I multi-masked with these masks in particular. It was after IBE. It was the Indie Beauty Expo in Dallas. And the whole team just stayed in a big house. And it was like, seriously, like 10 people. It was so fun. And our founder Alyssa was there with us, and she had the samples of these two masks. They weren't released yet. And we went back from Indie Beauty Expo and had dinner, and then we all drank wine and multi-masked with the clay masks. I have lots of very silly photos from that night. But I just remember waking up the next day and being like, oh my God, I need to be doing this every day. It made my skin so glowy. All right, it's kind of drying. Taking a little bit longer up here, but this part's feeling really tight, which is great. I want it to get everything out of my pores. And then the pink clay kind of turns like white when it starts drying. So I'm gonna wait till this is totally dry. For me, it usually takes about 10 to 15 minutes. And then I'll go ahead and wash it off. So see you in 10 minutes. Okay guys, so it's pretty dry. There's still this little bit here that isn't totally dry, but I'm just gonna go ahead and take it off. So I'm going to use this other towel to take it off, since the charcoal mask really might stain it. So I just got some kind of lukewarm water on the towel and I squeezed it out like this. And I'm going to kind of softly, I'm not dragging my skin, just kind of lightly encourage it off my face. You don't want to be like pulling your skin. So I'm just kind of softly like brushing it off with this towel. If it's not working, just add a little bit more water. And my face typically gets a little red after I do this, and it will be back to normal in probably about 10 to 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes after I do a mask, as long as I hydrate really well. Wow, I really feel like I added a whole lot up there. But as you can see, where it wasn't dry, it was right over where I had that zit. So it honestly might have been pulling oil out of my skin. I find that happens sometimes if I'm really breaking out and I use this. You can just see every pore. Like when it dries, it just is like, there's your pores up close and personal. So I'm pretty much done wiping it off. And again, just using like gentle circular motions with my lukewarm cloth. I just want to make sure I don't leave anything around my hairline or anything like that. Any patches here. Looking pretty good. I can see a little extra left there. So just to get a little boost of moisture right afterward, I'll use our Hydrating Rose Mist. So I'm just gonna kind of generously mist my face. And now I'm gonna kind of like let that soak in. It smells so good. I'm totally like a rose person, but even if you're not, we made it with like 6 different kinds of rose, so it doesn't smell like the old lady rose scent. Okay, so lastly, I'm going to take my absolute favorite Deluxe Face Oil. I always recommend this to people when they're looking for a really good hydrating oil that isn't going to make them break out. I find that this, if I put it on breakouts, it actually like speeds up the time that they heal. I love it. It's so good. I mean, just look. Ooh. Gonna do like a few drops, and then I'm just going to kind of press it into my face. It smells so good. It has like a really subtle, warm kind of smell. I love it. And this oil is my favorite to use at night because if you are heading straight to bed, I hate when I have like an oily layer on my skin like this all night, but this, my skin drinks it up in 5 minutes. Like it goes so fast. And then you always wake up with the best glow. That's my multi-masking routine. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you have any questions, please drop them below. I'll link all of the products that were used in the description, and we'll see you guys next time.